Hey, do you like multiplication?
Maybe. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cool. I like math.
Cool.
Hey stats students, Christmas is a necessity. There has to be at least one day of the year to remind us that we're here for something else besides ourselves. Thanks Eric for that motivational quote. Here is our grid view to navigate all the slides. And game plans, week number 18, December 14th to December, that should say 18th. It is finals week, so we're going to review for your finals. Students will be able to analyze 1 and 2, variable data on their first semester final. I got game plans, 902 news, week at a glance number 18, and end of the first semester instructions. We're going to go over that. Alright, nothing new here. Remember, all late work is due, not next today, is due today, December 14th at 9 p.m. So tonight, you need to turn in everything. I'm going to turn off the Google form. How do you get there? Schoology, math page, welcome, and then late work. Your Khan Academy, which is 10% grade, is due this Thursday at 8 a.m. You need a total of 300 minutes. Okay, there is no late check for that, guys. Whatever you have there, that'll be it. Also, your optional project was due this morning at 8 a.m. I do accept late entries up till Friday. Remember, I deduct points based on every 24 hours. Here's the directions to turn in your projects. Remember, your participation is your attendance. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, still need to complete that. Remember, for the live attendance, especially for second period, if you're outside of that 9:15 and 9:30 window, you're getting a half point. Again, all late work is due by tonight to 9 p.m. Your Chapter 2 test we took on Friday. So if you have not taken it, it is due by 2:59 p.m. I will close it, whatever score you have. If you need directions, just click here, and it'll bring you to the directions on this slide deck here. Why am I doing that? Because I'm going to release the test corrections, a blank and a video solution at 3 p.m. So again, if you have not taken the test, you can take it in class today. Remember, check and connect. Those are due by 3 p.m. Our essential question again is analyzing both 1 and 2 variable data. That is basically what we learned this whole semester. What does our week at a glance look like? Today you're going to complete a check and connect, and it is a work day, right? Can you finish up your Chapter 2 test, any late work assignments, Khan Academy, studying for your finals? I'll give you some options of studying for your finals. Remember, odd periods are on Wednesday. I'll give you more details in a second. And then Friday, even periods only. Remember the period in which you would come. So if you're in third period, you only have to come Wednesday. You don't have to come Friday. If you're an even, say your fourth period, you don't need to attend Wednesday, but I should be seeing you on Friday, and you're still doing a check and connect. Remember, your Khan Academy is due on that this coming Thursday. If you have not submitted this assignment from last week, make sure you turn it in to Schoology week number 17 folder. This is considered still on time. Haven't graded it yet. So once I grade it, that'll be considered late, and I'll tell you when. Let's get ready for the end of the first semester. Here is the bell schedule for the rest of the week. Synchronous tomorrow, asynchronous. Wednesday, 0 period and odds, 1, 3, 5. Notice the time periods. I don't know about you, I'll be eating some snacks because we don't really officially get lunch until 12:20. Guess you can eat in your classroom or eat in your desk station. Thursday, you still need a complete one, and then Friday is only even period. So let's pretend you're an even period and you're taking the final on Friday. That does not mean you need to complete a check and connect for Wednesday. Let me repeat that again. If your final is on a Friday, that means you only have to come to class on a Friday, not the Wednesday, right? So you don't have to complete a check and connect. Let's just say you're in odd period. Let's say you're in third period. You'll do the check and connect, or your final is your attendance, and then Thursday complete one, but you don't have to complete one on Friday. For some reason, if you missed the final, let me know one of those days. Question: how can you guys study for the final exam? Well, I got 3 options here. Like I said, today at 3 p.m., the blank PDF file of the Chapter 1.3 test and the video solution will be available today on my website. Okay. So look at your mistakes from Edulastics, look at your scores, watch my explanations, redo the problem. Great way of studying. Why? Because the only way to learn mathematics is actually doing the math. So you're going to redo it. Also, if you go to my website, you can watch old quizzes and tests. Okay, that's the same thing there. Okay. Actually, that one is for, let me switch that. That one is for this one here. Okay, so if you actually click on the word study guide, it will bring you to some terms for the semester, vocabulary words that you should know. So it's a great way. You can print it out if you want to, or make an electronic copy. So click on the word study guide, or you can click on the word click here and it'll bring it to you. And another way of studying for the final exam is creating a formula sheet. Although you might have one, it's just easier to condense it so you're not overwhelmed with all the paper on your desk. Let's talk about some more finals exam details. So you're going to have about 15 to 30 multiple choice questions. Your work is not graded, it's just submitted. And this is representing 10% of your grade. We already talked about when you will take your final. Things that you should have ready for your final exam: number 2 pencils and erasers, regular calculator is okay, and 1 page of formulas. Memory should have no examples, and you don't have to turn this in after the end of the test. Erase that. For those who've been in my class, I have these final exam deals, and this year I only have 1 of them. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. I'll show you an example, and then I will show you visually. What is the final exam deal this year? If you are currently not passing the class, meaning you have a 45% or less, you have an F. If you pass the final with a 45% or higher, then you will pass the class with a D-. I will automatically apply it to those who qualify. Okay. So this is a real life screenshot of a student of a couple of years ago. And for some reason, the student cannot come to class. Okay, you can see their attendance right there. But the student passed, and they applied this final exam deal. So let's summarize the final exam deal. You currently have an F in the class, so go look at your Aries. If you have like any grade higher than an F, like a D, C, B, or A, you can just kind of tune out right now. For those students who are not passing the class, if you pass the final, okay, you will pass the class, regardless of what percent you have, okay? So this student had a 21% in the class, and I gave them a D- because they passed the final. Why am I allowing this final exam deal for those who have less than 45%? You're kind of showing me that you get the math on a cumulative, summative test. And it kind of shows me you get the math after all this time. So I'm going to pass you for the class, okay? So that is the final exam deal. Also for the end of the first semester, whoops, that should say 2021. Switch that. There's no retesting. So I just want to let you know that. There's a picture of the help. Why have I helped you this semester? I will show all of that compassionate grading that I have applied this year. So I want to make sure you guys understand for this class, there is no rounding. Why is that the case? I've offered something called a class bonus, where I'm willing to drop your lowest quiz score if your class applied for that. The finals exam deal, if you pass the final, you're going to pass the class. Remember, that's for students who are failing. This does not apply for those who are currently passing. Okay. Another reason why you don't round, let's just say your soda costs you $1.99 and you have like $1, can't get you the soda. I've also given extra credit. If you basically came every single day since August, it's actually increased your grade 1.5%, up 1 to 1.5%. I've helped you along the way, right? That's why I have this picture here. I have video lessons, my maps and formula sheets, I've allowed you guys to have class partner and group quizzes. I've produced quiz correction videos. I've offered tutoring and office hours on my website. What other compassionate grading have I applied? I've accepted all late work for 100% credit since August. I even gave you a late work special where I allow you to turn in a limited amount of late work this past Friday, pretty much at the end of the semester for only one 15-second commercial. I've given extra credit for participation. I've lowered the grade cutoff. Now passing is 45%, not 60%. I've had a higher emphasis on work and assignments rather than tests and quizzes. So like, for example, I think your tests now are not 30%, they're only worth 10%. I've given you the optional project. I've dropped the lowest quiz score of the semester. And I also gave you guys a take-home quiz reflection, which gave you a super easy 100% on a quiz. So that's all the compassionate grading, okay? I don't want you to be like these students. That's why I'm showing these to you. I had a deadline, and then the student asked me for an extension on the deadline. And you can see what type of student this is. This is like an A/B student, and they missed it. So I replied to the student, no, that's the reason why I have deadlines, and I've kind of warned you guys about those, given to you early. Another student emailed me during the winter break a couple years ago saying, you know what, they wanted to pass the class, and you know what, I wish this student kind of sent this email asking for help to do whatever they could before final grades are due, right? So that's something that you guys should be thinking about. That's week number 18 at a glance. Let's finish this semester strong. See you guys.
Hey, do you like multiplication?
Maybe.
Is
that okay?
Yeah, it's cool. I like math.
Cool.